The greatness of a nation lies in its fidelity to the Constitution and adherence to the rule of law. These are the words from Chief Justice Emeritus David Maraga, who has so far been injected back in government after getting a very lucrative appointment. The supreme law ensures that leaders do not usurp magical excessive powers or use force, but it's the Bible, or rather it is the prescription of good governance. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 months in Ruto Nation, let us look at the consistency and inconsistency. I want to get it right. Let's look at the consistency and or inconsistency with the rule of law in reference to David Maraga's words. This is the bold analysis, and my name is Kevin Oduor. I want to start here. There is one of us who shared with me a job opportunity, and I encourage us, those who have opportunities. I know my inbox is normally full, and when I like sharing. Hello, Kevin. Good morning. I need your help. I am starting a tech startup, and I need 1 or 2 of our young people with knowledge in computer science and data science. Can you help put the word out through your channel? So if you have knowledge in data science or computer science, reach out to me. My number is going to be there, 0710 62 78 89, and I'll forward your name to the person. I've decided to at least keep still. So also those of us, kama uko na kazi mahali, share so that we can also help. I know my inbox is normally full with people who want that. First, I want us to watch this video clip. It's going to give you a glimpse of our discussion before we move forward.
Hata kama tunakuja maombi pia tuko kazini.
I know there has been some outcry. Your Excellency, yesterday I closed a few establishments that have been making noise in residential areas. And I said, Your Excellency, on that one we will not relent. Let us be thoughtful to other people. If you have refused to soundproof, if you have refused to provide access, then do your business in a different place. But
tumevunja ile ilikuwa inaitwa special sijui nini ya police ambayo ilikuwa inaua wa Kenya kiholela. That is the history we want to forget. Let our competitors not remind us of the many things they did. We have also a plan on how to secure this country.
Mimi nasema hii serikali ni yenu. Tumetoa order, wananchi wapewe nafasi walime msitu, ndio tuongeze chakula kwa Kenya hii. Sasa iko haja gani kukataza watu kulima mahindi alafu tunaenda kutoa mahindi ng'ambo? Ni ujinga si ujinga? Ni ujinga si ujinga? Kwa hivyo tutatoa ratiba ambaye tutalima kwa msitu bila kuharibu miti, si ndio?
Guys, political statements sometimes needs administrative actions. And from the video collection you've seen, I've picked William Ruto, and they're speaking about different topics. Picked William Ruto, Governor Sakaja, and Rigathi Gachagua. And from what my ideology in picking those clips was, I wanted you to listen to the voice of I have, we have. Leadership sometimes is not just about doing the right thing, but it's about doing the right thing the right way. Let's make it simple. Just let's use the simplest, easiest one is family setup. When you are in a family with your wife, or wife with your husband, and you want to do something. For example, you want to buy some piece of shamba. Oh my goodness. And for you to achieve that, you need to make some adjustments on how you expand home. It might even mean then You reduce your house rent. If you pay 60,000, say, I want us to do 30. So that you achieve the bigger goal, you'll have to put everyone on table. Common practice. Personally, me, I will do that. So that when he or she is part of the bigger dream, it's even better that way. So you have a good thing, but you must do it the right way. Okay, I know there are also exemptions to that example. Common practice or bylaw is that a decision from president, and also want to believe any other public officer, is supposed to be written and shall bear the signatures and the seal of the office holder. Common practice and also by law. The only exemption here is the president, who have what is called executive powers. Apart from President William Ruto, no one else have those can make those executive orders, because the president have presidential delivery unit where anaweza make. I think he's the only one. But the ordering spree that we've been seeing, I have ordered, I have done that, I've done this, is for showmanship, to say the right English, they had the right word to use there, is for showmanship, where I have ordered, I have done this, I have done this. It has some two effects that I want us to look at. Directing officers in public fades the institutional independence of these officers. And this is what we need to make. We need to make this distinction. Apart from the actual independence, because independence of EACC, National Police Service, that apart from that actual independence, you should also show perceptional independence, where even the public is seeing that independence. You know, President Ruto, rather Kenya Kwanza administration, and because there is in the spirit of collective responsibility, let's talk of Kenya Kwanza administration. We've always had giving financial autonomy to the police, independence so that they can run their staff themselves, boosting the independence of judiciary by giving them, I think, cash allocation, boosting their cash allocation. And of course, we've seen a very strong pitch by the man in charge of this country that he's going to make sure that he boosts the independence of institutions, commissions, those ones that are supposed to be independent. But then, that is number one, it fades that, because we just order it. You know, I was looking at it this way. Look at Deputy President ordering Waziri to give people jobs. There is no problem. And I don't have a problem by the fact that some people are getting jobs. Of course, it's good, it's something good. Just like the same way I've also shared with you an advert here. But who is supposed to employ? Who is the government employer? Public Service Commission. So Public Service Commission is an independent commission, if I'm not wrong, unless it's dependent on. So it's an independent body, or even within the ministry. So let's say it's Minister of Education, TSC. TSC, Teacher Service Commission, is also an independent body. But when publicly, some people say, Akwanda ministry, then say, go give a job. It fits down what will be independence of these institutions. And there's no problem, and in fact, as a man, as a person who is in power, has raw power, nothing stops a deputy president or a president or any leader to give jobs to people, or based on even on a friendship or so. But don't you think that should not be in public so that it doesn't wait? You know, what will stop, for example, what will stop Gachagua from just saying, I'm noting your names, then you go back, kachini kidogo kidogo, you call them, you may attend, and you sort out this issue. Yes. But it goes back to what I said, showmanship. The other effect is it creates a perception that decisions are made, they're just individual decisions that are made outside internal decision-making processes, which would include technical expertise. So when you just say, I've just done. For example, that of Sakaja. I'm one person, my position is this. Yes, we need to contain noise in our estates. Where I stay, churches, there is a church that starts, I think, Keshe Siku. The next day, that way. So the issue of noise pollution is a holistic thing. It should not be narrowed down to a specific sector. It looks like a personalized approach. But again, there are also better ways of managing it apart from just killing the businesses, because there was employed people, the DJs. I was in the radio. So when you talk to DJs, so vitu zimeenda outside. And even if we were to go and have all the bars in Nairobi, as is Joshua, Nairobi has a population of around 5 million people. The raving community could be a big number. And so there's some people that have the convenience of just around here. What stops them from having their sessions until Sambili or something, then they just go instead of just closing them. We don't want the bars in the estate. So some of this, and I'll tell you what exactly is the effect. Now, Supreme Court noted that independence is a shield against influence or interference from external sources. And on that front, I don't know what will be attacked. Do you think President has really upped the independence? I got this concept from an article by Katiba Institute. I really like reading her articles. Christine Kong, by the way, you can buy the Star and check out for that article by Christine Kong. She is the author and the executive director of Katiba Institute. These are the guys I think that litigated against BBI. I think they were engaged in that BBI case. It's called Of Public Interest, Populism and Due Process in Issuing Directives. So I developed my concept from this article, and it's very informative. In fact, she has advanced further. They may fell through on. I really used different examples like that of CDF, decision on CDF. CDF, a decision was made after court actually said that the money, it just be an additional grant to the counties, and it was passed. Not on in fact, MPs never used the issue of the law, but they said moral, that it was helping the society. And that's what they were selling in media when they were moving one TV station from the other, saying the way it has helped. And of course, on that ground, they win. But in terms of law, it was never. And it now took intervention of, Attorney General has advised the Treasury to disburse the billions, and the money started then flowing in the respective accounts of the CDF committees. So, not committee members, the CDF kitty. So, it's really, I urge you to read it. And she's really making very important or very critical observations there. I like doing that so that I don't just, you must give credit to people. President Ruto is now working closely with the good man, David Maraga. And some of these showmanship decisions are actually costing government litigation costs. Do you know that there is a case against the closure of bars, Nairobi? Here, just in Nairobi, which government is being represented there. There is a case against SSU that is still dragging in court. I don't know how fast your time ifika wapi. And if you take stock of the litigations against government, hey, ni mingi sana. And President Ruto should just get wary of this, because some of these cases, the people that are even behind the litigations are the civil servants within government, because wanajua, when government is in court, we are going to make payments there. And if government loses, there is a huge cost on compensation. Look at the amount of money that Miguna was to be paid if the cases against Matiangis and the rest was to go on. Look at the amount of money that Miguna was going to get, the kind of compensation he was looking for. I think it's a tune of 2.8 billion. Look, that is what I say. If we were to lift that and bring that here, that's amount of money that government was going to spend and even actually lose. So, the litigation costs, When government loses these cases, in terms of even compensation for the affected, look at the amount of money they are paying the lawyers to represent them. It's exorbitant. SSU is in court. And I want to tell you one thing. Look at the closure of bus in Nairobi. Who is losing? Nairobi County is losing revenue stream. And I may be wrong on this, but Senator Sakaja, this thing started with Robert and I in Twitter. He was saying that these guys are making noise. And I totally agree. I feel there is a lot of noise pollution within. Where is the voice of NEMA in this? I've always asked, where is the voice of NEMA? What is their position? Because yes, it was handled as a Nairobi County staff, but don't you think that they should also be NEMA? So that's why I'm talking of this very... Now, the other effect of this showmanship is polarizing the country by subjecting government to ridicule due to some favorism, like what Gachagua was doing in Nyandarua. It's in order to give your people jobs. But how about, is that the new order of people getting jobs? So someone who could not have access because the DP has never stepped to my village. And even in my village, there are many of people like the two that went there when Gachagua was talking. What do they take? How about Mombasa? About accessible? It shows that power, you get job by accessibility to the big man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my take on that showmanship. And I say what I started with. The greatness of a nation will lie in its fidelity to the Constitution. On this, for the last 3 months, if you ask me, out of 10, yes. And I want to remove Ruto from this because he has executive powers, but he's the head of government. Out of that, I give Kenya Kwanza 6. I'm 6 mingi, 6. Let's meet in the next. Guys, if you have your expert on computer science and data science, reach out to me. I have a job offer for you from Bernard Adewa, and we're going to share it here with you.